I might be all alone today. Oh, hey, Gavin. Someone's finally watching. Sorry. Just responding to Etsy. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't think anyone was watching, to be honest. Didn't mean for it to take a minute to start up. Hey, Homely, what's up? Just give me 1 second. I'm ordering the decals for this actually right now. The person just responded to me. Just give me 1 second to check out. Hello, people. Hello. How's everybody doing today? We got some more sanding to do. We got to make room for the motor cover. I've almost checked out here. I'm doing pretty good. That's a little bit of a lie, but I've had a huge headache the past couple days. You self. I've had a huge headache the past couple days, especially when I'm waking up. I think the pressure around here, like the air pressure, is higher. But I just haven't been doing great head wise, but I'll get over it. I think we're gonna eventually need to do a second layer of epoxy putty, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. Have to come back in a minute. Not a problem, Neil. Hey, what's up, man? I wish I was allowed to pronounce your name, but I think I do recognize you from Facebook. I'm not sure. Check the crossbow tracking. It should be there to Thursday afternoon. It says arrived in Houston today. Okay. You guys see my knife? Doo-doo. It's a Rick Hinderer knife, believe it or not. Field Tech 5.5 S35 VN. Oh baby. I don't think anybody cares about that but me. I can't see while you're waving it around. Good point. Okay, so we need to clean this because it has some mold release, and if you get any of my parts, it should say on there that you're supposed to clean it with soap and water. Usually I do clean it with soap and water, but I don't feel like hanging out at the sink right now, so rubbing alcohol should work fine. Currently the most expensive knife I own. Luckily I didn't pay full price for it. I got it for an amazing deal. Brand new on eBay. They're actually pretty rare though. It might as well be a partial custom. They're pretty rare. Okay, that's good enough, I think. And let's just go ahead and quickly Dremel down the little sprue. Gonna have a Dremel warning here in just a sec. Takes a quick second, and then everything else can be done with hand files. And regular hand sanding. Just get it shaped up a little bit here. Castings are never perfect, but these cast parts are never meant to be drop-in kits anyway. They're meant to be blended in with the shell, not just left. So how's everybody doing today? What's today? Is it can't even think of my days. Sorry, my head's all over the place. Wednesday, that's the word I was looking for. Working on a Rapid Red Bobo Rev Trigger made from ePutty. Sounds like a plan to me. You don't find the Rapid Red handle too small? I find it too small. Hey, what's up, man? I don't know how you want me to pronounce that. I'll just call you 3D. How about that? I got more, I can't think of words today, sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I got more epoxy. Methyl methacrylate. This is the stuff that you want. This is the stuff that you're looking for. I think they changed the package a little bit because this did not used to be here. The word you're looking for on the back, though, even if it says it's for plastic, doesn't necessarily mean it's what you're looking for. For instance, JB Weld is general purpose epoxy. Even if it says it's for plastic, it's a complete lie. If you look on the back and right around the warning labels, I wish you would focus. Focus. The focus on this camera is awful. There it goes. Contains methyl methacrylate. That's the word you're looking for. As long as it says that, it doesn't matter what brand it is. It's going to be the same stuff. People usually say, get DevCon, it's the best stuff. It's the same exact stuff as Loctite. And actually, depending on where you are, Loctite actually might be better. For instance, it's better for me because people don't go through a lot of DevCon here. The only real place to get it is Ace, so it's a little more expensive. And if it's old, if it's been sitting on the shelf for a few months, it won't cure properly. It'll just become rubbery. And that's as hard as it will get. So that's no good. And I've had some people complain that they can't, not many, but some people complain that they can't get the polycarbonate to sit flush on there. Now, usually what I do is put the sanding paper flat on the table and then just do a few times. You're not looking to sand away here, you're just looking to mar it up. And then that's that. If you epoxy it on here a little bit crooked or whatever, there's still a way to fix it. Just after you epoxy it on there, just take the whole blaster and sand it on a flat surface, and you'll be able to get a flat, even surface for contact. Someone tag me on Discord. Oh. Also want to show you guys something before we go any further. Hold on. Sorry about that. Took a little longer than I wanted to find a piece of paper. Isn't this Live Build 6? Oh, you are correct. Thank you for correcting me. Hold on, let me change that. You are absolutely right, sir. Check it out. I got some stamps. You might have seen these on Instagram or Facebook if you are following me on any of those. If not, that's fine. So we have Hawkeye 007. Ta-da! And this one is in the nice teal color. The color's a little bit blown out because of the blue background. If I cover up everything, will it auto-adjust? No. If you want to see the accurate color representation, you're going to have to go on Instagram or Facebook. There's a link in the description. You guys know that this camera is not great for color. And also in teal, we have the radioactive logo. Not bad. And then in black, we have the Black Steel Props logo. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty happy with the way these came out. They came really, really fast. I ordered them Friday. They arrived at my door this morning. So I'm pretty happy with those. I'll have those at NWAR. What do you use to post 3D print? I just hand sand and hand fill wherever I need to. I don't use 3D printed parts in actual builds. I use them for castings. So I don't have to do the 3D printing, the post 3D print process every single time I print something, because that would be stupid annoying. So I don't have a very efficient, I should say, method of doing such. And I don't even really bother adjusting my 3D printer or like dialing it or whatever, because any little marks or any little things I can just hand sand out, so it's not a big deal for me. So I'm not the best 3D printing guy to go to. Hey, what's up, Mr. Random Boss? That took a second to read. Hey, RZ, what's up? Shoot. Finally made it back into a stream. Hey, what's up, man? JKO YouTube. The YouTubes. What was your question, RZ? I recently got a really nice GoPro, hoping to get some good, what GoPro? Like what number? Hoping to get some good footage for NWAR, but I like to try live stream. I'm live streaming, not NWAR. Problem is, I think I would have to use my phone as a cam. I'm assuming you're supposed to say camera. You will have to look that up online. I think they recently came out with a thing to make it easier to stream on your phone, but I don't use that. It like forces you to use Google Chrome, and you can't use OBS or anything. It like just directly inputs it. It's supposed to be easier, and it is easier, I guess, but it also simplifies things so much that I can't do anything with it. So that's kind of stupid. There is a way to get to the old live streaming dashboard for those of you who are wondering. If you go to youtube.com/live_dashboard, that will take you to the proper dashboard, the old one. If you just go to uploads and then hit live stream, it will be like, you need Google Chrome for this. It's kind of stupid, but for the live streaming on the phone, you will have to look that up. I'm afraid I don't have any experience trying to live stream on my phone. Hero 5, yeah, that's the one I have. It's basically the same thing as a Hero 6, except like with it can't go as high with the frame rates, but I don't need that anyway. So what I was looking for was the image stabilization, which is really great on the 5 and 6. What soldering station do you have? Deciding between the Weller. Don't get a Weller. Their older stuff is good, but they sold their company to China a number of years ago, and all their new stuff is crap. Because I was doing research on my own soldering stuff. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Hako, not Kako. But get that one. That one's the one I have. The Hako FX888D. Yeah, that's the one I have. Get that one. That one's amazing. There's a video online if you look up how to spot a fake. I seriously doubt you'll get a fake, but you might as well just look it up just to make sure that you're going to get what you want. So when you get in your machine, you can tell if it's fake or not. Just look up how to spot a fake Hako, whatever the number is. It's not really a big deal. I doubt you'll get a fake, but it's worth looking up. Oh, then, well, yeah, if it's from fruit. But if you look at a lot of the reviews on Amazon, especially for the Weller stuff, a lot of it is, this company used to be so good, what happened? It's kind of sad. That's weird. Almost done with this guy. There we go. What's your favorite use? Or what's your favorite to use in integrations? My personal favorite is probably actually going to be this design right here. There's not a whole lot I don't like about it. I guess the grip is a con for a lot of people, but it's more of a claw grip. I've gotten used to it, and I like it. I know I'm probably in the minority there, but I love everything about this. It has the thumb hole stock, which I like. It has the handguard, which I like. It has a very large space for a battery. It's in the back, so it's well balanced with the front, because I usually use metal cages. It has plenty of space for LED batteries. It has plenty of space for LEDs with the clear parts that I make. It has the perfect spot for a voltmeter, which it actually looks weird without a voltmeter. So it's literally the perfect spot for one. It uses a strife, so it has a lot of cage options, a lot of aftermarket part options. It has a cheek rest. I mean, it has everything that I want. So it's a little hard pressed to beat this. To me, this one beats out the Straven for me personally, because I wanted a Straven, but my only problem was I don't really like the back magazine well. I think it's useless. The way I reload magazines, I don't need that back magazine at all. It just ends up getting in the way. And so I was, before they came out with the Hyperfire, I was thinking maybe I could just put a 6-mag back there and use that space for batteries, but like that's really frowned upon when people are making those and different stuff. And then as soon as they released the picture of this, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this. So yeah, I gotta go with this one. What's your favorite blaster to use in integration? Yeah, I knew what you meant. Have you tried Orange ModWorks 1730 seconds OD? I'm aluminum barrel. Thinking of using it for my brass breech long shot. Need use it. If you can use regular brass, I would recommend that over aluminum, because aluminum is pretty soft, and if you get hung up on brass, it kind of sucks. You might get a little bit of a snag, not a big deal. With aluminum, if you get hung up a little bit, it's probably going to damage the barrel, and you're probably never going to have the same results ever again. Just from my personal experience with aluminum, I've tried breaching aluminum before. It is a pain in the ass, and I'm sure they have great tolerances and stuff. But I would say that it would probably be easier to try to use brass and make it manually rather than to get a drop-in kit with aluminum. Probably. That would just be my assumption. Also, 1730 seconds aluminum, that'd be a very, very thin aluminum. I don't know if I would feel comfortable using that. Are you making any more sledge fires? I am in the process of doing many things. I want to make more sledge fires. I really like sledge fires, but I need to get this out. Someone posted on Facebook, "Yay, 30-day countdown to End War," and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, we need to get rid of this thing because I don't like using a cutoff wheel with this, because this whole thing acts like a spring and it has a little bit of give in the twist direction, and so it's not the best for cutting off stuff. So we need to get rid of this guy. Pocket Javelin looks sick. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully I can find a machine in the near future to finish up what I want to do. Kind of at a standstill right now because school's over for now. And even if I did go back to school, the only reason why I was able to work on the machines on my personal projects was because I finished 7 projects in 4 weeks. And that was not supposed to be a thing. So I finished mine really, really quick, so I was able to work on my own personal stuff. But even if I go back, I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to work on stuff that quickly. Even if I did, I'm working on CNC machines come the fall, not manual machines, and my driver just crashed, so hopefully I pop back up here. Let's wait 1 second. We're good? I don't know where I cut out there. I don't know if I cut out at all. Sorry if it's a repeat question, but it's getting auctioned off at Enwar. This is getting auctioned off at Enwar, yes. Pocket Javelin is mine. I don't know what you're referencing, but this one is getting auctioned off at Enwar. It's also going to be... I would like to post it on probably my Facebook page. There's a link in the description if you want to stay up to date with me there. I'll probably have the auction go on my Facebook as well, just so other people who are not at Enwar can also bid, because that's one thing a lot of people were complaining about come Enwar last year, is they really wanted to bid on, especially that everybody kind of knew Oculus Dawn was out of their price range, but everyone wanted to bid on the Stinger Raven. Ooh, I need to get a new wheel. I'm gonna change out this wheel, actually. That is terrible. Terrible looking. I know I have extra wheels right here. Got a new pack. How the heck do I open these? Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry, meant the Strife, yeah. Captain Hyper Strife. Captain Slug was like, I don't get it, though it's going to be so heavy. Well, I mean, it's hopefully going to be about the same as a normal, like, real steel rifle, so I'm not terribly worried. Also, kind of my philosophy is I am not going to be able to pump this thing all day anyway. I don't have the arm strength, and I don't intend to train to get the arm strength to prime a K26 all day. You can call me weak, you can call me pitiful, whatever. I have flywheels. I normally use flywheels, so I'm not terribly worried. But it's just kind of my, you know, end-all be-all Springer. And if I'm worried about 8 pounds as opposed to 3 or 4, then I should probably reprioritize. Different strokes, different folks. Its OD is 139 mil, and the ID is 125 mil, so it's a little tighter than brass. That doesn't sound right. You mean 13.9? Alternative, you can send the rest, get some. That seems. I mean, it's up to you. If you wanna get it. I'm thinking Ben will get ripped welding pocket javelin. I'm not welding at all pocket javelin. I don't know how to weld, and even if I did, welding aluminum is tough, I hear. Okay, so we need to cut out this guy right here for said door. Window door, whatever. I need to figure out where the posts are because I can never remember. It's always good to double check. Oh, sorry, I missed the eye. What was I doing? Oh, right. Whoops. Okay, so this is the one that you need to look out for. It's up here. Don't know why I always forget where that is. When you're using cutoff wheels especially, you should always wear eye protection. For the record, I'm not putting on eye protection. I have glasses, which is not sufficient. But if you never turn the wheel towards you, so if my eyeballs are right here, turning the wheel towards me like that is bad. If it shatters, it's going to explode and hit me in the face. If I always have it like this and don't lean over it, then the worst it can do is explode this way. Again, not a safe practice, but I know you people, and I know not everyone's going to practice perfect safety. So if you're not going to practice perfect safety, that doesn't make it okay, but you might as well at least minimize your odds of getting hurt. few ribs on the inside to cut out. I can snap off the rest. At least I think I can snap off the rest. Let me get my snippers. Haven't eaten today and I'm actually starting to feel it a little bit. I'm sure I'll pass out any minute. There we go. Put that away before I lose it. There we go. And we'll use the grinding bit, the sanding drum, to get rid of everything else. Oh, it'll be finished in time for N-War. If I have to pull all-nighters, it will be finished. If I don't sell this blaster at N-War, I won't be able to afford my trip. Damn it, I need my mask again. Alright, thermal warning. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Would you recommend getting electrical parts and stuff from Hobby King exclusively, or Amazon, eBay, or AliExpress? Be good stuff for us. And if it has anything to do with lipos directly, I always recommend getting from Hobby King. Amazon, eBay, everywhere else, they can sell from anyone and everyone, even Amazon, and they don't care what you're getting. They don't care where their lipos are being stored. They don't care if it's what you're actually ordering. They don't care if it's real parts. They don't care. So Hobby King is the only one that I know of that makes sure that you're getting legitimate stuff, that makes sure you're getting good stuff. So anything to do with lipos directly, I order off of Hobby King. My wire I get from Amazon. I make sure I get the soft silicone because there's supposed to be, you know, like PVC and silicone, but in the silicone region, I see that there's like kind of cheap silicone and more expensive silicone. Generally, I think it's worth it to get the more expensive stuff just because the cheaper stuff never works out for me. The way I want it to be anyway. Like up to my standards. Hobby King has great wire, so if you're ordering from there, you might as well get it. I just usually get mine in bulk, which Hobby King doesn't really sell in bulk. But if you're only working on a few projects, Hobby King's great for wire. So generally, yeah, I recommend just sucking it up and paying the shipping for Hobby King. It's not that much. Where's my razor? I think the least amount I'm willing to take for this blaster is going to be 600. That's my projection to start with, and I think that's where I'm gonna end up being. And you know, it's in, you know, normally auctions, you know, you put it at a lower price and then put like maybe a reserve on it, just so it's like more enticing for people to bid on or whatever. But I think that's kind of useless, and I think it's a little bit manipulative. Maybe that's just me. It's like, oh, I'm starting the bid at $100, but if it doesn't hit 600, it's not going to sell. That's kind of manipulative, in my opinion. So I'm just going to start the bidding at 600 because that's the least amount I'm willing to take. I mean, it seems logical to me. I wonder if we'll see more bidding, because I think Naptown Nerf was the only other one that knew I was going to auction off something there, and he actually auctioned off some stuff as well. So I wonder if we'll see any more auctions for blasters. If the clear pink Rapid Strike parts didn't sell, I was going to auction those off for charity, but they ended up selling just like a month ago or something, so I'm afraid I don't have time to cast something else. I would like to, but I'm rushing on this as it is. Hand files are your friends, people. It's so much easier than working with sandpaper half the time. That's Etsy, I'll have to check that. Is a Kronos with a speed loader and a pistol Hera a good scout class? I don't really know much about classes. I just kind of stick with what I know. Kronos is good, though. Okay, cool. That being said, about classes, people do vary in play styles, and that may affect your loadout. I just don't think we call them classes. But I guess that's kind of like a class. I'm planning on getting my wire from Foam Blast along with the flush cutters, other things. Generally, I don't recommend getting... nothing against Foam Blast, but generally I don't recommend getting wire and switches and stuff like that from third parties like Foam Blast and Containment Crew and stuff like that. It kind of started to be a big trend when Out of Darts started stocking all that stuff. Generally, it's going to be cheaper if you just look on eBay, or if you're already getting it from, if you're already getting stuff from Hobby King. They literally sell by the meter or by the foot. I think it's by the foot. But they sell it very, very cheap. And their wire is going to be higher, more likely to be higher quality than Foam Blaster stuff, because I'm assuming Foam Blast, in order to sell them at those prices, gets the cheaper stuff in bulk and then does that. I'm sure it'll work just fine. But I'm just saying that you could probably get something higher quality for cheaper if you're already ordering from somewhere else. Don't bother with lipo bags. They're useless. Get an ammo box from Walmart. You get them for like 15 bucks. If you put your lipos in a ammo can, do not seal the lid. You can close it, but don't lock it down. Generally, I don't even close it. Because if they do explode, it's going to be a bomb instead of a container. But look up lipo bag fire on YouTube. You will find they are basically useless. As a matter of fact, they tend to feed the flame more. What are the FPS limit? What are... I'm assuming that's the... What are the FPS limits at your war? Do they allow half-lengths? Yep, they allow half-lengths. Pretty much the only thing not allowed is hard tips. The limits are 150 FPS. Oh, you're talking EDM, my bad. Athens has like these kind of events all the time, as far as I know, and war is not their first rodeo, and they just have a long list of rules that they've established over the years, and I Personally, I think it comes back to if it's not broke, don't fix it. And they've had these rules forever, so they don't want to mess with them. But it kind of keeps everyone on a bit of an even playing field, I guess, in a certain way. I don't know. Devil's advocate, I guess. FPS isn't everything. I live in West Alabama, so there are only 2 nearby war sites for me to go to, and one just started. Hey, you're more lucky than a lot of people. Most people don't even have one to choose from. Ours just started. Gosh, has it been more than a year now? Yes, they do. It's not as much of a drop-off as you'd think, though, because most of the acceleration comes from squishing the head. You should start a group up there. Well, especially RZ, considering the cap for End War is 130. People be building all these custom blasters that get this quote-unquote amazing performance, and then they go to the one national event a year and you see no one with custom blasters. Literally like 80% of the people there have like stock looking blasters that they just threw together really quick because people don't aim for 130 FPS, and you can You can argue, like a lot of people do, that it's out of date and we need to update and blah 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 and all this stuff. I don't know about you, but as a zombie, like, you can call me whatever you want, like a pansy or whatever, but I don't know about you, but if I'm a zombie, I don't want to get shot by something 150, 160, 170 FPS at near point blank range when I'm trying to tag them by hand. That just doesn't sound fun. Part of the reason why a lot of people come into Nerf is because paintball and airsoft hurt. I don't want to get hurt playing paintball. I don't know about you guys. And airsoft actually isn't that bad to me. But I had a bad experience when I was younger. Might have been like 11 or 13 or somewhere around there. My friend has a field, and or not like a airsoft field, just like an open field, and we played airsoft there once. And it was two or three guys that had really good rifles, full auto rifles, shooting 300 or 400 FPS, and everybody else had like spring pistols or whatever. So it was kind of rigged, but they didn't care, obviously. So I just had a spring pistol, and someone with a 400 FPS full auto rifle came up, and from about 25 feet away, walking towards me, shot me in the leg. So I raised my hand and yelled hit, which is normal. And if you've ever seen any airsoft footage, any airsoft gameplay, that's a normal thing to do. And so he continued to fire and lit me up, going all the way up my leg, up my body, and across my face. And of course, me being young and this being 20 feet away now at 400 FPS with a small plastic projectile, I started crying, man. That hurt. And of course, I got called a baby, and that he said, quote, "I should have gotten on the ground to call that I was out," which is completely absurd and completely stupid because no one ever does that. But that kind of, from a young age, I was pretty impressionable, and that kind of turned me off on the whole airsoft thing, and I always wanted to get into it. I've done a lot of research back in the day of airsoft stuff, and I've always wanted to get one, but I never got into it because anytime I would be ready to pull the trigger on an airsoft gun or something, I would remember that, and I would remember thinking, I don't want to do that again. And so I just never did. And eventually I found Nerf, which was much better anyway, so much more. I enjoy the building process more than the actual gameplay, so. "30 feet? Are you bragging, or is that terrible?" It's actually, plays. Oh, hey, David, what's up? I played a game of 10 years. I see a little rival things. I can hit 15 tin cans separately at 25 feet. I can hit 15 tin cans from 50 feet. Boom! No, sorry, I'm bragging. I apologize. Also like the build process too, yeah. I'm not getting anything done. I've been talking for like 15 minutes. I haven't gotten anything accomplished. You have 30 days, Hawkeye. You might want to hurry up. Shut up. I have less than 30 days because we need to start driving on Wednesday. You know, Justin pops in the chat every so often. I use him for target practice. Ha ha ha. Well then, like, don't phrase the limit that is limited frame preference. I think I'm just about done sanding the edge of this. Obviously, we'll come back and take care of this more. But just to get everything epoxied on, I believe that is where we need to be. Just like that. So those will get epoxied on there. I was gonna do more labels everywhere, but I kind of want to stick with the simple stuff, just because I think trying to make things too complicated and forcing stuff where they don't look good is going to be a mistake. I just got 2 negative logos, one for this side that's 4 inches. Let me get my scale. 2 4-inch negative vinyl decals, so I will spray them so they have an exact color match. Made my mind up on that. So 4 inches wide, so it will be just about there from thumb to the end of that. And that will go on that side, and then obviously one for the other side here as well. And that's going to be it for that logo. I did want to put other stuff like here and here, whatever, but I think that's just going to overcrowd things, and I don't think it's going to be the way I want it to come out, so. Hey Pete, what's up? Let's get rid of some of the printing. That was a lovely sound. God, I hate this stupid freaking printing. It's so hard to get off. The smaller the crevasse, the harder it is to get out. I'm gonna Artemis stand while I'm working and watching your stream. What better way to kill time and get paid? Please don't view what I just said as me trying to advertise. Just really happy. I didn't think of that anyway. If you ever wanted a white stripe, they're back on Amazon, by the way. If you wanted one, you should be getting one now. I still think $30 is too much to pay for one. I think $20 is too much to pay for one, to be honest. But if you guys wanted one, now would be the time to pick one up. Hey Bobo, what's up? Have you thought about making a blaster entirely out of hot glue? I think you could do a great job with it. Well, it'd be flexible, that's for sure. IV. There we go. Wondering if I should get rid of some of these nubs, like that circle right there. Normally I just leave those on, but I'm wondering if I should get rid of it for the aesthetic. I'll decide later. Is anybody trying to work on anything before N-War? Anybody else trying to get down on crunch time? Or were you all smarter than me and already finished? Whew, I'm starting to really feel that whole not eating today thing. Commission. Can you reveal any details on that build? Curious. Not anymore, but I'm probably going to still not have a Nitron done by the time the next Honey War. Dang. Ripperonis. Did you ever find any good third-party Vortex? Because I know you said those pink ones were crap. Okay, I think that's all the white off of this side. time is it? Almost 4. Oy vey. Man, this is going to be hard to get rid of this blaster. I'm basically shaving off small chunks here from the epoxy putty. I'm using that as kind of a faux method of sanding, because there's nothing that would be able to get into this crack besides an X-Acto blade. Yep, Central Time Zone. I'm in Houston, Texas. Overwatch theme, paint job, maybe a K26. Commissioner was pretty short with that, so he wasn't, but he took good care of him. Sounds like a plan. You know what I'm looking forward to this year? Not shipping Ethereal Fortress. Be the first year that I don't have to ship it. And the first year where it doesn't almost get lost. Hopefully. Still a little sad that you guys won't be able to see Glass Construct, but yeah, I'm driving with the Hanu group. One nice thing about having a local group, you can just carpool up there. I'm not great with driving long distance. Oh, that scraping sound. I'm not great with driving long distances by myself, so. Such a pain in the neck to get into these small spots. I sit here cuddling my Kronos because it's my new it's my baby now. I'm going to be doing the same. Thought it would most likely be 3 others max. It would be fun, maybe put together some sort of convoy with the local group. By me though, yeah. Is Quint going? I assume he's going. Come on, you little bastard. It's killing my fingers. Hopefully. You might have other plans. Tell him Hawkeye said, "Don't be stupid." You have to say it like that. Does anybody know if Mr. Nathan is going? Maybe if we chant his name 3 times, we can summon him to ask him ourselves. Mr. Nathan, Mr. Nathan, Mr. Nathan. Well, I finally see the other side. Working on in there. Haven't seen any 100% yes yet. We should hound him for that. Everybody just spam his Instagram. Might as well start a new piece of sandpaper. Yeah, there are definitely some spots I need to retouch up with epoxy putty. Epoxy sculpt, whatever. I might actually use epoxy putty just because it dries faster, but let's be honest, am I actually going to apply and sand in the same day? Let's be real. Oh, hey, Quint. I'm not sure. I'm currently still debating on going. You really should. We'll miss you. Who's going to drop their mag and screw everything up at the last second if we don't have you? Hashtag last stand. If you watch my last stand video for 2017, the guy who drops the mag is totally Quint. He's fumbling with it. He gets a jam and he's like fumbling with his mag and stuff. Definitely need way more room for the magazine release. Do I have a magazine release here? Of course I don't. Why would I? I'm sure I have one in this bag somewhere. It's like 20 stripes. I have in like several different gallon bags. There's one. Are you going again, RZ? Okay, yeah, well, definitely need. Switch out for a smaller bit because I actually have to take off quite a bit. Already have my hotel booked. Sweet. How much do you sell your commissions for? To give you a general idea, the last... I don't want to reveal any particular price tags, but the last 1, 2, 3... the last 3 blasters I sold total about $5,000. I cannot find the bit that I'm looking for. Hold on. Oh, found it. Just took both hands. I just hope I finish this stupid blaster in time. What you working on, if you don't mind me asking? Curiosity killed the cat. I'm gonna put my mask on for this. Epoxy putty gets real fine when you're sanding it. Okay. Mask on. Drum warning, here we go. Full auto hopper Chronos using route strike when it's powerful veins, sand down the putty. Sounds interesting to say the least. Sorry for leaving. What have I missed? Not much. We've just been talking about N-War. Different stuff like that. Who's going, what builds people are making for it. Hate working in these small spots, but it really is the majority of the work. This is where people get lazy. Take this mask off for now. Oh, I definitely do need to take off more. Hold on. Drummer warning. I basically cut out the insert of the put the battery in. Gosh, I just screwed it. There we go. Let me get Ethereal Fortress. I want to see what I did differently here. Okay, I wasn't sure. I definitely did make this a more steep slope right here. So that is going to suck, but I am going to do it because if I don't, I will hate myself. Gotta cut that chunk off. Damn. Okay, we're gonna have a Dremel here going for a little bit. That's 1,000 times better. I was wondering what I was doing differently. That's 1,000 times better. I love carving. Something I'm actually decent at. It'll take a little bit of hole filling. There's a bit of a hole right here. But that's not a big deal. We can always fill that out. Sorry, I missed some things that took a little concentration. Take that as a compliment, thank you. Much better. I'm happy with that. That is so much better. There we go. Whoa, where's the camera? Getting lost. I don't know how, with all of this in the screen, I don't know how it's still focusing on the background. Do you see that? How could you possibly still be focusing on the background? There's almost no background to focus on. God, I hate this camera. Hey, what's up? Oh, you didn't go to FoamCon last year? You'll enjoy it. In my opinion, it's more fun than the game. What was I doing? That one. I need to do the other side. Okay, so let's get this shaped down and then we'll follow it. No, there's nothing to be nervous about. Alright, drum warning. Thinking about starting a rep strike build. Sounds like it could be fun. I don't know. I'm not that much into full auto, so I'm not the best person to be asking. Okay, so we'll follow that on this side. One thing about using a smaller bit is it's a lot harder to control the smaller it gets, so you just got to be careful. It's harder, it's easier to slip, it's easier to accidentally punch through something, so... got something in my eye. We're good. Okay. One step at a time. Whew. Take off my mask for now. Everybody still alive out there? It's been quiet for a little bit. You and me both. Alright, now that we have them both roughed out here, we'll go ahead and first compare them like this to make sure we have somewhat of a remote. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. I don't know why the heck I'm eyeballing it. Jammed my finger in that. Doesn't need to be exact. This will give me a better baseline of reference. This one's like 20 thou higher. Try that again. Yep, it's right about the same. Just gotta even that up. Let's use the big file. kind of carving this the shape I want now. I could do this with a Dremel, but I will more than likely take off more than I want, so I'm going to do it with hand files. Been at FoamCon on the scale of 5 to 7. How weird would it be to lick Bobo's beard? Probably full-blown weird, and don't do that. Sorry, I know I'm leaning over it. Sorry, I know you guys don't want to see the back of my head. It can be a little frustrating when, you know, you sand over this or you remove a logo or something and it only takes a couple minutes or something. And then you go over this, and I've been working on this for like 2 hours. It can be a little bit frustrating, but you just got to look at it like, you know, certain groups of things take longer than others. It's not a, you know, evenly spread out thing to do. This is easily the most difficult spot to get into, and then your seam is obviously going to take up a lot of time as well, but mainly right here. So this actually hasn't taken too long, but Just don't be discouraged by it. It's very easy to just say, ah, it'll be fine, and then skip over it. Or even just do it really quick, but just take the time to do it and you'll be happy. Happier. Got 1 or 2 spots to fill in there, but not a problem. And that fits, so that's good. So there's a few spots like in here and here that I need to fill, so might as well tack a few of these onto the list. Not a big deal. Okay, so I think I'm going to start wrapping it up here. If you guys have any last questions or comments, go ahead and start leaving those, and I'll see if I can get around to them. I think off camera here, I will go ahead and epoxy these 3 bits on, the 2 flared magazine well bits and the motor cover, just so I don't stink up the place. Do that outside, and that shouldn't take too long. It's been a productive day though. Got that shaped up the way we wanted it. Do you like cheese? I am lactose intolerant. So I did disappoint. I'm pretty okay with mozzarella, and I like mozzarella, but everything else is pretty terrible in terms of my stomach, not like taste. If you could go to dinner with anyone, alive or dead, who would it be? Alive or dead? One person? I would say my uncle. He's no longer with us, but I'd probably say my uncle. I think everybody else is dead, RT. I don't know if anyone else is in the chat. Okay, well, I think that's just about gonna do it. I think everybody else is kind of bogged out. That's alright. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Dust everywhere. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you tuning into the stream, getting this, watching me go through these steps, building this. I think they're more informative than the build logs that I used to do, but I think people prefer the build logs, just because it like condenses everything. It's like short TLDR kind of thing. I just don't really have a whole lot of motivation to do that kind of stuff anymore. You know, whatever. Maybe I'll pick it up again one day, but I wouldn't hold my breath. For now, this is what I feel like doing, and this is the only content that I have been consistently putting out, and even then, it's not very consistent. So, I do apologize for those of you looking for more content, but hopefully, I can get something out. When we visit Enwar. I am planning on capturing Enwar. I don't know how much usable footage I'll have, because a lot of the time we just walk around and do nothing. Go slow taco. But we'll see if we can pull something out of that. Especially for FomCon, I'll try to get some footage or something. So usually I try to live in the moment though. So we'll see how much footage I get. Hello Squid, we are wrapping up. You came in just the last second. I knew someone always does that. I knew someone was gonna pop in here at the last minute. We did some sanding, we did some talking, we did some chatting, and gonna epoxy these on off camera so I'm not stinking up my room, but put these on next. So thank you for stopping by though. Okay, we're coming up on 2 hours, 9 minutes, 34 seconds. So, I think that's just going to about do it. Thank you guys very much for watching. And end stream.